Brace yourselves because we're about to expose a new low in American politics. Senator JD Vance, the Republican vice presidential nominee, a voice for hardworking Americans, he's been viciously attacked by a Kamala Harris surrogate. But this is not just mudslinging, folks. We're talking about a public figure openly wishing violence on a senator's family. It's a shocking revelation that exposes the ugly underbelly of the Harris campaign. So the question is, will they get away with it? Now, in these unpredictable times, your safety on the road is more important than ever, and that's where Car Vision X comes in. With tensions rising and civility declining, can you afford not to have a reliable witness on your dashboard? The Ultra 4K HD dash cam with night vision, 24/7 motion detection is your silent guardian on the road. Visit carvisionx.com and get free express shipping during the summer special. Don't wait for an incident to wish you had protection. Act now and drive with confidence. Okay, let's get right into the heart of the matter now. This just happened. Governor Beshear appears to wish JD Vance's relatives get, I even hate saying the word, raped and impregnated. This is what he said. You ready? Do you want to hear this? Have you heard this yet? We got the video. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear refusing to apologize after the fact. We're going to get to his reaction, though. Let's play the clip. Let's see. Where is that clip here? Here it is.
I mean, think about...
Mancow Mueller posted this. Here we go.
I mean, think about what some people have had to go through because of these laws. J.D. Vance calls pregnancy resulting from rape inconvenient. Like, inconvenience is traffic. I mean, it is. Make him go through this.
Make him go through this, right? That's what he's saying. Make him go through it. He wants him to have a personal attachment to the policy. J.D. Vance immediately weighing in.
About his comments are disgusting, and I think it's important that the media not misrepresent what I actually say, because then it leads a guy like Beshear to go off and basically, he's effectively fantasizing about some member of my family getting raped so that I know what it feels like. I just think that's really gross and really disgusting. Look, I mean, the guy's a complete loser, and he's gone after me repeatedly, but this particular thing, going after my family, really bothered me. And look, the comments that he's talking about, I never once called rape inconvenient. It's a total fiction of the Democratic National Committee. I never said it. I never said anything like it. What I was talking about was the context of an unexpected pregnancy, not one caused by rape. And I think that we shouldn't see unexpected pregnancies, babies that come from them, as inconveniences. Of course, rape is a terrible, terrible tragedy and a terrible, terrible thing. I never said what the Democratic Party accused me.
Now, here he is, the Kentucky governor, refusing to apologize.
What you said this morning on Morning Joe, okay? I'm going to just prepare you for this, saying that let me take a look at what he said about you.
J.D. Vance calls pregnancy resulting from rape inconvenient. Like, inconvenience is traffic. I mean, it is. Make him go through this.
So what he's saying is that you were somehow suggesting, he said, what the hell is this? Why is Andy Beshear, he tweeted this out, wishing that a member of my family would get raped? What a disgusting person. So how do you respond to that? I mean, is that what you were talking about?
Of course not. It's ridiculous, but it's also deflection. I mean, J.D. Vance knows that he and Donald Trump are so wrong on this issue, and so he's trying to make himself the victim. Listen, Hadley Duvall was a victim. The women that were on the stage last night, the couple that had to go through a non-viable pregnancy are victims. You know, as a man, J.D. Vance will never have to face any of this personally. But it's sad that he lacks the empathy to be able to put himself in a different position and to understand why having exceptions, having reproductive freedom is so important in the first place. Obviously, I'd never wish harm on anyone. And it just, again, deflection, trying to make...
Wait a second. Hang on. Did you catch what he said here?
I mean,
Well, it's
Is that what you were talking about?
Of course not. It's ridiculous, but it's also deflection. I mean, JD Vance knows that he and Donald Trump are so wrong on this issue, and so he's trying to make himself the victim. Listen, Hadley Duvall was a victim. The women that were on the stage last night, the couple that had to go through a non-viable pregnancy are victims. You know, as a man, JD Vance will never have to face any of this personally.
Wait a minute. What? As a man? How can that be? I thought that men could get pregnant now. Isn't that the whole, like, Democrat platform? Anyway, of course I kid, but he's deflecting. Of all people, he's deflecting. The Trump-Vance campaign issuing an official statement on this after speaking on the DNC main stage last night. Harris campaign surrogate Governor Andy Beshear went on national television and explicitly called for a member of Senator Vance's family to be raped. His comments are disgusting, violent, and should not be tolerated in American politics. We call on Kamala Harris to immediately repudiate Governor Beshear's comments and demonstrate that regardless of partisan disagreements, this kind of violent rhetoric has no place in our public discourse. William Martin, Vance's communications director. And of course, he does not apologize for his statements. Now, there's some interesting other developments with respect to the reproductive front. On the vice presidential side, Jake Tapper pointing out Tim Walz. If you've been paying attention, Tim Walz said that his family required IVF to conceive, and even Jake Tapper calling out Tim Walz.
Vice President Harris's running mate Tim Walz is tomorrow night. The campaign is having to clean up some comments he's made about one of the campaign signature issues having to do with reproductive rights. This is what Governor Walz said on MSNBC while criticizing JD Vance. Take a listen.
JD Vance knows nothing about that. And then he keeps going into all of these things. Today's IVF day. Thank God for IVF. My wife and I have 2 beautiful children.
Now, that's not accurate, right? I mean, it wasn't IVF. It was a different procedure. And his wife, Gwen Walz, the First Lady of Minnesota, is taking care to tell CNN that they actually used a procedure called intrauterine insemination. IUI. It's a process she described as an incredibly personal and difficult experience. They did use fertility treatments. It wasn't IVF.
Any woman
Come
who's
here,
gone
Sergeant Major.
I'm sorry.
Hold on. I want to.
Any one of the 1 in 7 women who goes through fertility treatments, IUI is part of the suite of fertility treatments. It's a step below IVF. It's direct insemination versus creating embryos. I think that is a stretch to say that it's not part of the broader fertility treatment.
The way they explain it is he just talks like how regular people talk.
I mean, my husband wouldn't know the difference.
First of all, my wife did IUI not once but twice, and then we did IVF not once but twice, trying to have a child. And so as a father of IVF babies or whatever, yes, I would call. I mean,
you're not winning if you're making
You would say it's the same thing?
I would just, as a man, I would probably mess that up.
Look, guys, this is a head scratcher.
Yeah, but why clean it up?
It's just have your facts right as you come out and you're going to tell the story. It opens up an opportunity for them to now have to try and bury a clean up in their convention week in the
But we will have this discussion with JD Vance and Donald Trump any day of the week. I get it. It was inartful. It was not accurate. It was not accurate.
Well, the distinction is IVF is not, or IUI is not under attack anywhere the way IVF is, but it is part of the suite of options. Most people.
Okay. Well, anyway, CNN coming out. What's interesting too is that JD Vance, because of all of Walz's lies, of course, his stolen valor, responding to the press about how he's going to debate Walz. Listen to this.
A lot of them. To know how you were prepping for a debate with Tim Walz, who has described himself as a bad debater. Who's helping you, and how are you prepping?
Well, I found a good friend from back home who embellishes and lies a lot, and I'm having him stand in for Tim Walz. That's what we're doing during our debate.
To know.
There you go. Yep. And that's what Tim Walz does. Misrepresents his position. And I thought this was great, too. JD Vance at a local, and of course, this Miranda Devine This is just petty and unpleasant. Senator JD Vance at a local deli in Kenosha, Wisconsin. Do you have any food here you really don't like? We'll take some and feed it to the journalists on the plane. If anything, yes, the mainstream media deserves dog food. So as we conclude this disturbing segment, let's be clear about what we have witnessed. A surrogate for a major presidential candidate has openly wished harm on a senator's family and faced no consequences. This is not just a gaffe, it's a glimpse into the soul of a campaign that will stop at nothing to seize power. Remember this moment, America, because when the history of this election is written, this could be another turning point. Drop a comment below with your thoughts.